big, but as the kids say,
Just
big,
like that.
big.
We on. Hey, what's going on, people? What's the word? Good. Y'all good. Y'all good. They can't. Not like nothing now. He good. He good.
When I go like this.
You nasty. Use is nasty. What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing today? Monday, 9/26. MacWorld Live. How y'all doing, man? I got we had a power outage over here not too long ago. Cause it was all those thunderstorms the other day, right? So y'all gotta bear with me a little bit. Some of my electronics moving a little bit slow, but we gonna work it all out. We gonna get it all worked out for the people. We do it for the people, man. You know what I'm saying? I got it. So now I just gotta get my mixer and all that back online and a couple little things. It's gonna take a little second, but we gotta keep it clean for these first 2 minutes anyway. I seen a dude, like I told y'all, he said it's the first 15 seconds, right? But he from Australia or something like that. I'm a black dude. I think for black folks, I think it might be 2 minutes it might even be 5 minutes for us, you know what I'm saying? But no, so I'm gonna keep it clean though, cause I don't want them to try to shadow ban me. You know how I go, man. Politics, the way of the world. That's the way of the world today. Who made that song? I think that's like Tracy Spencer or something. I'm an 80s baby, man.
Tracy Spencer, but I don't think I heard that.
You don't think you heard that? That's the way of the... Or no, Paula Abdul, I think it was. That's the way of the world today. I wish somebody could tell me what song I'm talking about.
Siri, Alexa,
one of y'all's. Let me do these things. Oh no, you good. We good. We made it. Yep, we made it. You did it right in time.
What you say?
It's the way of the world today. All right, yeah, there we go. Yeah, let me do that. Boop. Let me go back to this. Let me share this. Monday, how y'all Monday going so far? How your Monday going, Kia? How your Monday been so far?
Monday been smooth. I woke up early. I sent off to school with positive vibes, you know what I'm saying? Some tickles, some hugs.
That's what's up.
What you call it? And you like, I'm telling him what his day is gonna be like, but he repeated it. So instilling, I don't know.
Manifesting or
all of that.
What they call it, affirmations and shit.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Yes,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can come off with the
a lot of people do those affirmations and shit like that.
And catch them and put them away for later, you know.
Blow kisses and put them away.
Yeah. When they blow them back, I'm like,
oh, that's so special.
I'm gonna keep it.
Why somebody better look. I'm trying to put me some kisses away.
What happened?
Nobody don't blow me no kisses, so I have to put them away. Hold on.
No kisses.
No, I don't care about this, bro. Y'all are showing me the wrong things at the wrong time. I just want to boot up my program. Nah, y'all don't understand. Since this power outage, my shit been acting dookie. Oh my god. This shit been acting stupid booty since the last power outage, man. Act like I don't want to boot up. All type of dumb shit, but don't worry about it, y'all. We gonna get everything in order. This weather been crazy. It'll just rain hard for a second and then it'll just stop. Like, I did that yeah, I want to say it was last night. See, and that's the thing. I don't be catching that shit because it'll happen and then it just, next thing you know, it ain't raining no more. It's like, man, the devil, what they say, the devil be beating his wife or something. Let that hoe, man, get a break. Beelzebub, shit. Tell Beelzebub let that hoe get a break. He done whooped her all up and down the valley of the shadow of death. You know what I'm saying? They got me on some. They got my thing. Okay, I get it. Damn, they are. This some fuckery right here, bro. But nah, we got some good topics today though. We talking about this Lauryn Hill documentary. I told a couple of y'all about it. If y'all ain't, oh, now you want to work. Yeah, you better start working. When I start working, you start working. Equipment, goddamn it, play with me. I pay good money for this shit. Nah, but we watched this documentary called It's Tough. It's Tough Loving Lauryn Hill. I'm gonna let y'all see a little piece of it. Cause there's some things on there, man, that really hit with me, and I was like, oh yeah, this that discussion right here that we need to be having. And it talked about Lauryn Hill, but it wasn't solely about Lauryn Hill though. And that's what I liked about it too. The name of it caught me because when it was like it's tough loving Lauryn Hill, I'm like, why is it tough loving Lauryn Hill? Lauryn Hill is the shit. Like, it ain't tough loving Lauryn Hill. Everybody love Lauryn Hill. But it wasn't about the Lauryn Hill. It was a play off words. It was about tough love, though. You know? So, and that's the thing. If you don't know what tough love is, it's like Joe Biden. If you don't know what tough love is, you ain't black. I ain't got my sound set up. That was part of the side effect of my power outage. But now we finna get them. Let me see. Let's test them. Let's see if we got them.
They working? No. You gotta do it.
She gotta go back to her redneck baby daddy. That's Keyshawn. Go back to your redneck baby daddy. That's off of D-Valley. No, that ain't new. That ain't new. I just don't be using it a lot because ain't a lot of girls with redneck baby daddies. It was just funny.
Keyshawn, get the fuck out of here and go back to your redneck baby daddy.
Keyshawn. Hey, but so the tough love though, it was like about Lauryn Hill. It wasn't about Lauryn Hill. It used Lauryn Hill as a metaphor, and it talked about her career and how she had to deal with tough love. But it was about tough love though. In my second topic, where I'm talking about tough love, if you look in the thumbnail, you see the little dude outside, look like he about a teenager or something. It ain't about it's about something people getting put out on their 18th birthday. A lot of people have gotten put out the house on their 18th birthday. You know, you're supposed to be quote unquote officially grown when you turn 18. So you have people getting put out, but they really don't know shit. They ain't been properly equipped. But we gonna get into that and the cultural aspect of it and everything. Then the last one I was just gonna talk about, man, cultural and generational responsibility. Like, you know, it's one thing for you to go through something and for you to come out on the other side of it, but what about the people you know that's gonna go through it after you though? You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like it's my responsibility to help them through it, or do you like, shit, nigga on they own shit? You know what I'm saying? So, and if they choose to rob your ass or do something like that shit, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but we gonna talk about it as usual. We started out with some music. I'ma go on and throw something on for y'all. I'm working on some new stuff, but I wanted to throw this beat on for y'all that I like. I think I'm gonna use this as my show intro because I like this beat. It's smooth. It give me I get Buff from Kevin Samuels vibes off of this.
Who is Kevin Samuels?
You don't know who she said who was Kevin Samuels, man. You better stop. You better stop that. But nah, so I'm gonna throw this on for y'all. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do one ting ting. Ting ting. Bam, I'm gonna do that. Alright, so let's get the show started. MacWorld Live, let's go.
It just cut me off.
What's going on with y'all, man? Alright, so first up, look, we gotta talk about this documentary that I seen. It's on YouTube. And it's by a dude named FD Signifier. Shout out to FD Signifier, one of my favorite YouTubers. He got a nice channel. We always go in depth on those topics. And really, you know, he do a real thorough analysis of stuff. It's always good shit too. And it's always something that make you think, right? So he talked about this. He had this documentary. I was seeing it because, like I said, he one of the YouTubers I like. You know, I get off on my nerd shit, and I get to you know, looking at all type of documentaries and just wanting to learn some shit. Everything can't be about entertainment all the time, right? You want to learn? Well, I want to learn something. I don't know what you monkey motherfuckers want to do.
I want to learn.
Kid said, I want to learn.
I be listening.
Nah, but so he one of my favorite YouTubers at it's something they call like bread tube, right? Where it's basically like people trying to really feed you some knowledge. You know, a lot of it could be like fart jokes and like, oops, I bent over in my booty shorts type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's some shit where people really trying to do some shit. So he one of those folks that put shit out there, right? And so we did this documentary, and I kept seeing the name of it. And the name of it was It's Tough Loving Lauryn Hill. So that's why I put that in the title. That's the name of the documentary. Check it out. Netflix, FD Signifier. It's called It's Tough Loving Lauryn Hill, right? And it seemed like it's going viral because when I watched it yesterday, it was at like 170,000 views last night. And then when I looked at it this morning, it was at 200,000. And just a second ago, it was at like 207,000. Now it's at like 210,000. You know what I mean? So it's getting a nice little bit of traction or whatever. But it's good. It's a nice, good watch. Play like damn near like one of them documentaries you will see it like a Eat True Hollywood Story. I remember them from back in the days. The Eat True Hollywood Story. But he related, like he do most of his stuff, to like the black experience and, you know, shit we go through, right? So he was talking about tough love, and it was some interesting stuff he was saying about it. So, you know, like I usually do, I'm gonna let y'all look at a little bit of what he was saying about the topic of tough love in particular. And I would explain tough love to you, but if you don't know what it is, then you ain't black. Nah, but you know, no, tough love it's a concept of treating somebody harshly in order to prepare them for what's up ahead of them in life.
But then you say those who weren't tough on, like, they ain't got no backbone, like, they more prone to retreat than fight, or they, like, they're going with the wind, go with the flow type? I mean.
Well, the people that's arguable or whatever. I think that's how people get treated.
I think that's the mindset. Like, if I don't be tough on you, then you gonna be weak.
Yeah, definitely, 100%, 100%.
You ain't gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? It's 100%. Crazy. Like, they ain't gonna, I actually give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna care. But it's like, is that the right way? I mean, you know.
Yeah, nah, 100%.
The message or the delivery, you know?
So we talk about, and that's a good question. So he talk about how you will see a lot of people that have quote unquote received tough love are also successful. But is it because of the tough love or despite the tough love, right? Because it's a comment in particular that caught me in the comment section that I'm gonna show y'all after I show y'all a little bit of this video.
Brighter, the greater your gift and the greater your success. Apollo Theater is an innately black space and embodies the beauty and amazing things intrinsic to the Black American experience, along with some of Black culture's, in my opinion, most toxic traditions, specifically the long-standing investment that Black people have in the concept of tough love. So, to be black in America is to be born with a target on you. This is bad enough as it is. But to be black and gifted or talented means that said target gets bigger and brighter the greater your gift. And the greater your success in using that gift, the more people will take shots at that target. Black children in particular with talent carry a unique burden, and often whole communities come together to do their best to shepherd a talented and gifted child into a world that will likely seek to destroy them, or at a minimum seek to exploit.
Kids finna say seek to exploit them. And if you're not watching this right now, he is showing the Jackson 5. And we all know the Jackson 5 story and they tough love story. Really, if you think about the Jacksons growing up, Jackson or whatever that shit was called, the documentary that we all seen coming up on VH1, the theme of it was like tough love pretty much. It was revolving around how they was pretty much getting the shit beat out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But see where it got you?
Yeah, and that's supposed to be the theme. Like, you know, you got to be whipped into shape. But I guess we examining, is that true? You know, and let's see what he got to say about it. Let's go.
Exploit them. For generations, one strategy that has always been used for these hyper-talented children was an emphasis on tough love, meaning the enacting of cruel and harsh practices towards these children with the goal of toughening them up as they incubate in our communities, so that when they get out into the real world, aka the white world, that the inevitable toxicity of that space won't destroy them outright. There's a lot to unpack about this practice, as on one end, it's hard to say outright that it's not an effective strategy in some ways. It's hard to find a black success story in the last 50 years that doesn't evoke the value of tough love, from the Williams sisters to Kendrick Lamar to Denzel Washington.
Facts. Every success story you done seen, you see that as a common theme in there. Like, nobody had it easy. It wasn't nobody just, you know, like, I had this talent and, you know, it's not even like, and I just thought about that as he said it, right? So it's not even so much like, think about something like 8 Mile, right? With Eminem, it was like, I got this talent and nobody believe in me because I'm a white boy and I'm trying to rap or whatever, right? So like, I'm gonna go hard, you know what I'm saying? Wow, 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 wow. All you gotta do is go hard and shit. But the common theme with the black, no, you gotta lose yourself in the music. You know, he just had to let it all go, you know what I'm saying, and let go. But like with the black themes, it's like you gotta get the trauma, like you gotta get the success beat into you.
Come on, man, knock that shit off, man.
Like if you look at a Jackson 5, you look at the you know, like all the shit, all the different little things. Even if you look at shit like the Straight Out of Compton, like different shit like that, it's almost like you gotta go through all the harsh shit to get to at the end of the tunnel or whatever, you know what I mean? I guess, I don't know, but is it, and I guess what I'm saying is this, right? Because I don't really want to be lost for words, but I guess what I'm saying is, if you got talent, can you not just make it because of your talent? Do it gotta necessarily have the tough love aspect of it? Like, yeah, my parents made me sleep in the car. Yeah, we had to practice, you know what I'm saying, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, like, you know, and that's a common theme in our things, and we carry that over into our real lives. Like, no, I know my kid's gonna be up against this or that, so like I'm gonna be the first person to treat them like this or treat them like that. Like, you know, our parents would do shit like, man, I done got kicked out the house before when I was a teenager. Clearly ain't had nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? But luckily I had some real homeboys on my team. My homeboy mama was like, you know, I come stay over there and shit like that. But that's that tough love shit, man, you know. And how is it worth it? But let's see what he was, because I want y'all to see what he was saying about it. So let me not start bloviating and shit. Let's go.
Oh, that's me today.
However, sometimes I think we forget that those are the success stories and that we don't always hear these stories of how tough love didn't really help a child's outcome. Instead, you'll hear phrases like most black children's first bullies are their parents. It's likely that those stories where tough love didn't work don't ever get told because those children aren't successful. Regardless of your opinion on tough love, the Apollo Theater is tough love personified, and it was relentless towards those who dared seek its approval. To those who had the it factor to make it, the Apollo Theater served as confirmation that they had what it takes. Legends such as the Jackson 5, Billie Holiday, the Isley Brothers, Jimi Hendrix all got their start on that stage and rocketed into success. But other would-be legends such as Luther Vandross, Jamie Foxx, and James Brown weren't so lucky. The complex thing
I don't know if y'all, I don't know who watching this, I don't know who listening, right? But Jamie Foxx was ugly as hell. Hey, that nigga, hold on, Jamie Foxx looked at like one of the Simpsons or something with a Jerry curl. I'm like, hold on, that's Jamie Foxx right there. God damn, bro, you had to grow into that nose, boy. We ain't finna look at Jamie Foxx. FD signifier is tough loving Lauryn Hill at 3 minutes and 49 seconds in. Jamie Foxx will bless you with his fucking face, goddamn it, and his jerk curl. Nah, but he just this some game though for some parents though. If you a parent, like this some shit right here to really listen to. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we might have to change some shit up. I was thinking about this a lot. I got a kind of a personal account or something with on this topic, like as far as tough love and all that, but you know we get into it though. Let's go.
about tough love is that theoretically, deep down, it is still love, and its harshness draws the receiver of said love closer to both the distributor of that tough love, but also their ultimate goal of success. But that's only if tough love actually works as designed. What if tough love is just trauma we've mythologized as useful? What if it doesn't help in the long run and only conditions people to be used to abuse and degradation as a product of surviving, especially black children surviving blackness?
Hey, y'all can't, I don't know if y'all can see it, but they showed a little dude with a fucked up haircut. Like, you know how you do some bad shit in
They be like,
school?
okay, you gonna go to school looking ugly as hell.
Yeah, you know how they do that shit sometimes to the kids. Like, hey, listen,
It's not.
sidebar. I got a tough love trauma story for y'all, right? I know somebody, I'm not even gonna reveal their name or whatever, right? But they mama was like, you wanna be grown? Then give me all your clothes. I bought all your clothes. I bought all your shoes. Give me all that shit. Took all his clothes. I'm talking about his drawers, his socks.
Where's your name?
I'm talking about she took his t-shirts.
And why is it on this good?
And I'm going to tell you what this nigga was doing. This nigga for like 24 to 48 hours was just in his room. Teenager. Butt ass naked. Naked as motherfucking Adam out the Bible. You know how nigga be, you know how nigga be so naked they motherfucking they fucking ribs be showing and shit. Like this nigga mama took all his clothes and I think she might have even took the sheets off his bed. Like he was in the room butt naked with the mattress for like 48 hours, bro. That's solitary confinement. You know what I'm saying? Like that's trauma. That's some motherfucking trauma, dude.
Like, OMG.
Is that the tough love that's gonna lead to success right there? Like that's some, and I gotta listen. Fuck that. I ain't doing that. I never do that shit to my kid. I bought that shit. So give me the clothes and all that. Like I also created the child.
That
You know what I'm
happens to me
saying?
though. That happens to me.
That's fucked up. Don't tell me that, kid. You gonna make me cry. Let's go.
In America. What if the most talented kids make it regardless, and those who are a little less talented or a little less resilient are worn down to the point where they don't even try regardless of their talent? When Lauryn Hill took the stage at only 13, this precocious, shy, beautiful child came face to face with that famously harsh audience dressed in her best. It's clear she was nervous, and the crowd saw it too.
Had you, I treat you bad.
Hey, I'm gonna play this part right here, but I might not be able to show it for copyright reasons and shit. So let me see what I could do, how I could do this. All right, I think I know what I could do. Let's do it like this. Hold on, let me see if I can switch it so my ugly ass is down here. Bam, and then, all right, let's do it like that. Hold on, I'm trying to switch it for the copyright because I want them to see this shit. But all right, let me try it like this, and then I'm gonna switch the ratio. Don't worry about this, y'all. It's just some YouTube type shit. So I'm gonna do it like this, right? So y'all can see it. Cause I can't. Sometimes you gotta change the aspect ratio of it. It's just some technical shit. Don't worry about it. It's just cause I want y'all to see this shit. So bear with me, y'all. Let's go.
Almost immediately, they begin to lay into her with no care. But if you listen close, you can hear that the boos contain that supposed tough love. If I analyze this moment, you might almost look at the boos as an attempt to see if Lauryn was for real, because her performance, while a little shaky, wasn't so bad. The crowd was testing her resilience, trying to see if she would fold under the pressure or rise to the occasion. You even hear one person yell for her to get closer to the mic to project better. After surviving the initial onslaught, you could argue that it worked. Lauryn gains her confidence and finishes the performance with the help of the crowd clapping to the beat to keep her on track and rewarding.
On the side note, hey, whatever happened to Apollo? What happened to that shit? I missed that shit. I think, you know what I think happened to Apollo? I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think somebody finally got with Sandman, like he was finna try to get somebody off the stage, and somebody finally tried to whoop on him and shit. And you know, Sandman been around since like the dark ages, so I think they probably done, you know what I'm saying? They probably got right with him and shit after that. Apollo ain't the same without Sandman. It ain't what you gonna do, motherfuckers. Get up there, you know. But I miss Showtime at the Apollo. If it still come on, let me know, cause I damn sure don't know. Let's go.
Her perseverance with a round of applause.
And I wonder whose love.
She had survived the Apollo stage, but at what cost? She reportedly broke down in tears backstage, which would be expected for a child facing that much pressure, scrutiny, and vitriol. From my perspective, the mystery that is the legacy of Lauryn Hill lies in how you interpret this moment.
Yeah, so alright, we gonna go there. Let me do the man with the ticker. Man, I gotta get this back. Hold on.
But you know what, low-key, it could have been like song choice.
You think it was the song choice?
Song choice, yeah.
I don't know.
I liked it, but it probably was a song that she would have did better with more ease.
I think she got up there, she was nervous or whatever. We just discussing the Lauryn Hill performance on the side note. But I think she got up there, she was a little nervous, but after they told her to come up to the mic, I think she did better, like she finished strong or whatever.
She
But
definitely
hey, but
finished
it's a good documentary though. So I want y'all to go watch it. I'm not gonna show like too much more of it because what I really wanted to get on was just that whole concept of tough love and thinking that that's really the driving force, not the innate talent that a kid might have. You think you gotta like kick their ass a little bit or whatever like that. And I hate to say it, but shit, the kids who ain't trying to do shit with theyself, they get awarded for doing the least, and then they get the most help. I told my mom that my mom is a teacher, and I said we kind of got this thing that we do, as black people or whatever. And I said I kind of noticed it with teachers, and she was like, "What's that?" And I was like, when you have somebody that's doing good in our culture, we tend to ignore them. Oh, they straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you have somebody that's fucking up, always into some shit, we give them all the attention. We give them all the resources. We don't be having no resources for our best and brightest because we been done burnt them up trying to get, you know what I'm saying, Quan and Shanae ass together and shit and trying to, and while these other people trying, we don't want to. Okay, they are the ones that could take us to the next level. Let's invest in them. We say, oh, they straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't always emphasize our worst. You know what I'm saying?
Distribute it evenly, you know what I'm saying? Depending on,
Yeah, shit like that.
Like, it shouldn't be
it gotta,
more so.
I'm not saying to let nobody that need help fall by the wayside, but I'm saying we can't think about that kid that was smart in school. They was the kid that the teacher ain't really even care about, like, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the kid that did their homework. It was always the bad kids. It was always, that's how shit set up though. It's crazy. It's backwards.
A good baby mama is like, oh no, we don't need to contribute.
Yeah, like it's you a good parent, like good co-parent. It'll kind of be like, oh, I don't need to contribute, or I don't need to help that parent, or just whatever.
It's like, how come this certain grandchildren that get picked up get involved, or you know what I'm saying? It be assistance provided, but then you hear, well, we know you going. Okay, so just because I am only one. So how much more can be put into a child if it was more than just me?
Right. But nah, for real. So that's some real shit. We got to re-examine that tough love, which brings me to the next topic I want to talk about. And it's funny because I actually want to show y'all this, how I looked this up, and it was tripped out as I'm looking it up for the purpose of showing y'all the video or whatnot. I put in this, so I'm gonna just show y'all what I seen, the way I seen it, right? So I goes to YouTube, right? I goes to the YouTube. I'm on my homepage and shit, good documentary. I'm looking at all my home pages and all that shit, right? So I go right here and I put in turns 18 kicked out because I was looking for this specific story that I seen recently about a mother who gave her son an eviction notice as soon as he turned 18, right? And it was just funny and shit. Like the day he turned 18, she gave him an eviction notice. But I put this in right here. So look. When I put this in, look how much shit came up. And this would trip me out more than anything, which made me not even go to no particular story. So I put in turns 18, kicked out. Look, mom evicts her kid on his 18th birthday. A whole Reddit thread. Americans, why do you kick your kids out when they turn 18? This one right here, this is a story time. Parents kicked me out the night I turned 18. Now they're upset I won't lie about it. This one, I'm 19, just got kicked out my parents' house. What should I do? Another one, parents kicked son out on 18th birthday at 12 a.m. You know what I mean? Even this one got a guide. Somebody giving a guide right here. It say dog having a whole little what to do thing, and this from 4 years ago. It say what to do if you're 18 and you're getting kicked out the house. Like, listen, That shit ain't normal, man. That shit is not fucking right. If you a parent and you listening to this, do not fucking kick your kid out just because they turn 18, especially if you ain't gave them the tools or nothing to survive.
Come on, man. Knock that shit out, man.
It ain't like you did time and your kid was a punishment to you and you got to put their ass out the second they turn 18. Actually, that's fucking psychotic. You fucking psycho. What the fuck is that? Like, that shit ain't, am I tripping or is that not normal?
I ain't on it.
That's not normal. Like, my kid is 18, so you know what? You 18 now. Get out there in the world. I'm done. I'm done with your ass. Like, I'm finished. I'm finished with you. Right, like, that shit is not the way to fucking go.
You know
So
what?
listen, I'm gonna let y'all see this. I'm gonna click on this one so y'all can see this.
It's the truth, but
It's a little
my
story
love
time.
is ridiculous.
So I hope y'all can read this. I'm gonna let y'all see this. He say a few weeks ago is his 18th birthday. For those of y'all that's listening, not watching, basically the parents, as soon as the kid turned 18, they kicked him out the house. But luckily, he must have already knew his parents wasn't shit because he was saving up some money. And he was 18, but he had $5,000 saved up. You know what I'm saying? So he must have already knew his parents was some beats. And he was like, yeah, I'm out of here and shit. So when they put him out, he kind of landed on his feet. He went to go stay with one of his friends. And yeah, you know, he started making it work for himself. I'll let y'all see the rest of this. Let's go. So as a matter of fact, let me do this just for the copyright purposes, right? Because I don't want to take too much of it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just read what it say. They said, never before has your grandpa insulted us today. He did because us today. He did because of you, asshole, cuss word, and some more cuss words. And they finally ended the call. So am I a jerk for telling my grandparents that I got kicked out? Do you think the post author did the right thing? I'm just reading it off for y'all. All right, so yeah, I just want to let y'all see that as an example. Pretty interesting story, and like I said, when I go down my list, it's a lot of them. A lot of these survival guides and shit like that, people getting, kicked out when they turn 18 or whatever. That shit not normal, man. Don't do that to your kids. That's what I'm talking about with that tough love shit. Like, I don't think that's the way to go, man. We gotta do something different. We gotta start realizing that it's a progression, and your kid is not a burden on you. One day your ass gonna get old. You having fun now, ordering crab legs and shit, breaking up, making up with that nigga while he beating you up and shit. But one day that shit gonna get old, and your kid that was just a kid, and you struggled to see him as always being just a kid, gonna grow up right in front of your face without you really acknowledging it. And then guess what you gonna end up needing? You gonna need that kid to take care of you one day. And what if they don't want to do that shit? You know what I'm saying? Because all that tough love you done gave them. What if they ready to get that tough love right back? Give your kids some unconditional love. Show your kids some respect. You know what I'm saying? That's you. That's you, and they came from you. So I don't know, and I ain't trying to get preachy on y'all, but that shit do. Like, on top of seeing that documentary, and I'm gonna tell y'all where, I came across it personally, right? Like in my situation, to kind of speak on it briefly or whatever. It's like me and my daughter are real close. You know what I'm saying? Her and her mom, they not real close like that. And it's because with me, I believe in unconditional love. Like, this is my child. Like, I got one job. I'm a protector. I'm gonna make sure she believe in herself. I'm gonna make sure that nothing is limiting the scope of her capabilities. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like her mama came from like the school of tough love and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you feel like you can't, like, it's this thing you say, like, she used to get on me like, oh, you always want to be cool with her, and you want to be her friend, and she probably want to come over your house because she can get away with anything. But she never understood that me and my daughter had so much respect for each other that I don't gotta worry about her trying to get away with shit. She don't want to disrespect me or my house like that, because it's a place for her that she like being, and the place she like being herself. And her mama just couldn't understand it. She like, why she always want to come over there? You probably got her, you let boys come over there. And it was just like, no faith in my method of fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? Which was just like, man, this is my baby and my only one. And it could be because she got other kids, and for me, it's just my only child. And so when I leave, this is my legacy I'm leaving. So I'm not going to disrespect her. I'm not going to treat her like how a lot of dudes might treat their kids if they got multiple kids or they not really close with their kids. Like, I see everything in my daughter when I look at her. You know what I mean? So it's never going to be one of those situations to where I'm going to be trying to be doing too much tough loving on her. She gonna get nice, fluffy, soft love from me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I say I like my love like I like my eggs cheesy and fluffy and shit. Man. You ever had some eggs a motherfucker done fry hard and they be rubbery and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? They done tried to scramble them, but they done basically fucking shredded some hard ass eggs. Like, nah, bruh, I don't like my love tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no, I just wasn't on that, so I received some flack on my own end and my own personal experience, just having a different approach with my baby. I wasn't gonna be trying to beat her, trying to accuse her, doing stuff like that. It's like, I'ma just be open with her. And I feel like as she got older and in her, like, coming into her adulthood, coming into her womanhood, I think, we just got a real close relationship because, I don't really gotta try to do that shit. Like, okay, that's, to me, I call that, you know what I call that shit right there? I call that shit add water parenting. Cause it's like add water parenting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, like instant parenting and shit. Like, I'm just gonna say, like, don't and keep your legs closed, you know what I'm saying? I like some shit like like get to know your kids, man, and what they going through. So it would hurt me actually to know how my baby is and to see her mother having a whole different idea of like who she is and what she might be doing and the type of stuff she might be doing. And like it was times where she would accuse my daughter of stuff, and I wanted to get in my car and start the car. No, I didn't want to start it. I wanted to remote start it. So it was already warmed up, and I wanted to get in that car, and I wanted to drive over there, and I wanted to put my hands around her neck, and I wanted to choke her. You know what I mean? But choke her with, just for, you know what I'm saying, the sake of the algorithm, choke her with kindness and prayers, with my prayers. But choke the hell out of her with positive energy. You know what I'm saying? That's a good way to put it. But like, nah, but I kept it cool because I felt like this in the end, like the cream always rise to the top. You know what I'm saying? And a motherfucker, you know, moving in righteousness, you gonna have the right outcome. You know, I knew it wasn't me letting her get away with stuff. It's just that I don't believe in that tough love shit. I ain't, you better not be doing this. And as soon as y'all get 18, you're out of here. You're out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, I'm not doing my baby like that. This my child. Like, whatever she become out here still reflect on me. You know what I'm saying? If I put her out here and she feel like she gotta do some grimy shit to survive, that reflect on me too and shit. What I'm gonna say? Oh, she 18. I don't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck are we doing, people? Get that shit off your mind, that tough love shit. Like, that ain't always the solution. That's what I'm saying. Which brings me to my last topic as we come around to the 10-minute mark. Hey, we making pretty good time. Hey. Is that me? That's my battery low on my watch. Yeah, so I said the ancestors is mad as hell. And so the reason I say that is because I was watching my homeboy podcast the other day, Mac Buddy Gaming. Shout out to Mac Buddy Gaming. That's my brother from another right there. He do his podcast every Saturday night. Let's discuss it with a Mac. And that's, you know, he had a good topic on there, right? And basically he was talking about as far as like something I kind of touched on too when I talked about the Kia boys and stuff. Like when you see these kids out here acting a certain way, do you really blame the kids or do you blame the parents? But I really wanted to touch on this though. Like, do we have and this is what I'm saying, like, do we have a generational responsibility? Because I noticed that we tend to sit and we look at the shit that they going through and we don't have no problem discussing it and we don't have no problem critiquing it. But do we feel like it's up to us, having been through some of the shit that the kids coming up under us go through, to tell them how to make it through that shit? Or do we feel like it's like Squid Game, like I made it across the line, shit, your ass gotta make it? No, like, you know what I mean?
That is crazy.
I mean, nah, but we do that though. We do that shit. I'm saying, like, and it's that is unacceptable. We do that shit, and
I made it up now. It's your, I mean, you
say I'm lying though. You know what I'm saying? Tell me I ain't lying.
No, man, not that shit.
I mean, tell me I am lying. I'm not lying. You know what I'm saying? Say I'm lying because I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Hell the fuck no.
Shut up. So, no, what I'm saying is this, like, what we tend to do, and this is what I mean, right? So, I see kids out here that's younger and shit like that, and I've been guilty of doing this myself. They might not even be too much younger than me, like 20s, early 20s and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And we talk about the way they do stuff. But how much of that have we started them on that path and then we grew out of it, but we didn't go back and tell them before they started it, like, hey, don't do this shit. Like we sit back and watch them do it now. You know what I'm saying? Like damn near like, yeah, this shit, if your ass gonna make it do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like am I lying though? Come on, like I know I'm joking and I'm saying some shit funny, but let's think about that shit while we here right now, while we gonna sit up and one day, you know what I'm saying, want recognition for whatever, or not want to be held accountable for when shit get. However, let's think about that shit now though. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit that they doing, they watched us do. You know what I'm saying? We done grew out of that shit. We done moved on, but now it's their version of doing that shit. And we like, man, look at them kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy because time changed, but the game stay the same. You know what I'm saying? And I think the reason I say the ancestors is pissed is because I feel like we looked at it when we was coming out of institutions like slavery, where all you had was your family. It wasn't like Netflix and shit to keep you. See, we on the mental plantation now, but we got things to distract us. But back then, it was just a straight up physical plantation and shit, right? So it was like, okay, I'm gonna have kids because my kids are like my hope. That's what could possibly change things for me. You know what I'm saying? But you turn around now today and people want to like separate themselves from their kids, like I talked about in the first topic. Soon as you get 18, yeah, out the door. Like, yeah, I got my own life to live. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, shit done flip. You know what I'm saying? It done flip 180 and shit. And so I feel like they laid the groundwork for a lot of things that they were under the impression that we would build on with future generations. And I feel like shit, in a way, we kind of dropped the ball on that shit. We kind of did like everybody for themselves. Every generation kind of is going for themselves right now. One generation separating themselves from the next. And like, we are facing the same things, like at those same stages in life, we face with those same life choices. I think about when I was thinking about the kids getting put out at 18, I remember when I turned 18 and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, interesting story, man. I was doing a lot of shit back then. People that know me, that know me all my life. You know, it wasn't like I was never out here, you know, doing no fucked up shit, but I was definitely running the damn streets, and I was in and out of jail, and I wasn't doing nothing responsible, but it was just because I didn't have a damn plan, and my parents was done. Shit, they moved to Texas. I was 18, you know what I'm saying, and I was the youngest. So at that point, they was pretty much done, and they, you know, I moved with my baby mama and shit, and that was hell on earth. You know what I'm saying? Hell in a handbasket, in a motherfucking handbasket. But yeah. That shit ain't last no time. And then when we got booted the fuck up out of there, as two irresponsible teens do, shit, I lived in the house for a little while, and then the police kicked my fucking door off the frame, as they do when they're looking, you know what I'm saying, for. And after that I bought a house, man. I said, I'm not finna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to boss up, but it was things that I've been through on that journey to even get to, like, to even think I was even capable of doing that, where it wasn't no niggas in no rap songs that taught me what to do or that gave me the guidance to do that shit. You know who it was? It was my elders. It was my uncle. He gave me the blueprint. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, you can't make it at school. You need to pick up.
Pick me up.
Of course. Give me like about 4 minutes and I'll be on the way.
Yeah, I'm ready because I knew you was doing your podcast.
Yep. Wasn't I just talking about Zanaya too? I think I was just talking about you too.
I freaking fell down the stairs. I'm done with clouds.
You done with Crocs? They cute, but they ain't sturdy enough, huh? With your heel out like Harriet Tubman.
Oh my God.
Alright.
No type of risk.
I'm on the way to come get you then in a little minute. Alright.
Okay. I'll see you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, like I said, man, that's that unconditional I'm talking about. Shit, my baby called me. I gotta go get her, man. She's her Crocs made her fall down the stairs. Shit like that. And I see if I was on some tough love, you got 2 ankles. What about your other ankle? You better hop to 7th period. Nah, I ain't finna do all that to my baby. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that one and shit. So on that note, right? We ain't doing all that. You got to learn to live with them. Call the crack people. Don't call me. Let me hang up on
your phone for anything else.
Oh shit! Hey, so we coming right around into the hour. To the 2 o'clock, 1 hour mark. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in, man. I love y'all. Every day we do this, 1 o'clock. Shout out Mac Buddy Gaming. Shout out to Below the Belt Boxing Broadcast. They did a good one this past weekend too. They was doing a live one and shit. Check them out, man. Make sure y'all check these people out. I'm telling y'all out, man. We gotta start supporting each other. Content and all that. Y'all support my shit. What y'all gonna do when I get rich? Okay? Y'all gonna be like, yeah, y'all support my shit. Y'all gonna be like, man, I know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to watch that shit. You know? Nah, but go ahead, hit me with a like, hit me with a subscribe, hit that bell icon to get your notifications. Same time tomorrow, we gonna talk about some more good shit, man. My unofficial co-host, Kia, thanks for coming out again. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I do when I ain't doing.
And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, man.